Okay, Scientology. What you have to believe for Scientology. First off, you gotta believe that there was another planet billions of years ago with trillions of people on it. Would have been aliens, obviously. It's not from here. That the planet blows up, they end up on a comet as spirits, and that comet shot across the galaxy until it hits the Earth, where they're all released, these alien spirits, and then they come to possess mankind and basically take from us our desires, our passions, and our connection with God, a supreme being. And the only way to get rid of them is to have them exorcised from you by an auditor. Okay. The cult of Turtleboy, by the way, what you have to believe is this: that a Boston police officer was murdered by his close friend, a fellow decorated Boston police officer, an FTA agent, a dog, a 17-year-old kid, and two others that then dragged the body onto the front lawn of the house that they were in. Not really sure what the plan was by the Boston police officer, ATF agent, to leave a body in the front of the house, but that's that. Meanwhile, we're also in Ybor, so enjoy the sounds and sights of Ybor. That's a helicopter, not machine gun fire. Anyway, what you can't believe is that this officer was actually hit by the Lexus SUV being driven by his girlfriend, who allegedly he had a turbulent relationship with, and she was drunk at the time. And I'm going to let you enjoy the following. Welcome to Ybor. Not only that, you also have to believe the EMT that came to the scene that spoke to the alleged perp, where the perp says, "I hit him, I hit him, I hit him." That person is also part of this vast conspiracy. Oh, and the DNA evidence and the cell phone data and the fragments from the tail light were all tampered with. The perp's vehicle data was tampered with. Evidence was placed on them. Oh God. Anyway, you also have to believe that the following agencies were also involved: the district attorney's office and everybody in there, the Canton police office, the Boston police office, the state police, the medical examiner's office, Canton Fire Department, EMTs, AFT, the judge, and every expert. In all, a couple hundred people. And of course, there's absolutely no motive. You need some work, dude. No motive for this crime. Honestly, space aliens are starting to sound more believable to me. But all right, let's move on. I'm not making a judgment in this case, by the way. I'm just saying that the conspiracy isn't a consideration. But now that the cult leader, Cult of Turtleboy, has been arraigned and is facing at least 14 criminal charges with more pending, you also have to believe that the Superior Court judge, the state police lieutenant, the officers that video record him, the data experts analyzing his 6 burner phones, the clerk magistrate, the district attorney, their officers, supervisors, employees, oh fuck, and another 50 or so people also involved in this vast conspiracy. I don't know, like, honestly. And by the way, every time new evidence comes forward to disprove this wild conspiracy, the story changes. Now listen, guys and gals. If your boyfriend or girlfriend says that they went out with Molly on Friday night, all right? And you find out from Molly that they didn't go out with Molly on Friday night, but they were actually out with Susie. But Susie says, no, we're only with her for 10 minutes. And he was actually with Allison. Listen, guys, she's cheating on you, all right? Like, don't believe the constantly changing stories. We all know this. Anyway, I'm gonna move on. So, let's go to history of Scientology. So, the author, it was created by an author, L. Ron Hubbard. He was a science fiction novelist, wrote about space aliens of all things. Got angry about paying taxes, so he gets together with a bunch of friends, goes on a boat cruise. They're out there at sea, and they come up with this great idea to avoid taxes and to do a financial grift. They will create a religion. That religion now has 1.5 billion to 1.7 billion in assets and 300,000 followers. History of Turtleboy sports. Aidan Kearney. Well, he cheats on his wife constantly. He has multiple mistresses. He has mistresses with mistresses. Right now he has a mistress in camp along with his mistress and his wife. Whatever, it is what it is. He likes to send unsolicited videos of himself pleasuring himself. That's always fun. He sent out nudes of his ex-girlfriend on a fake ex profile. You know, the girl he allegedly loved and wanted to leave his wife for. That's awesome. Started off as a sports blogger, but he failed being a sports blogger. He doesn't know enough about sports. He's like 5'2". He's a little guy, kind of soft. He definitely wasn't picked for any sports teams. Then he tried to become a political blogger, but backstabbed too many people, way too many people, and became very toxic. That and he ran for school committee in Holden and got stomped like a narc at a biker rally. Anyway, he lastly became a YouTube auditor. Wait, auditor. Scientology auditor. Well, anyway, so auditor. Anyway, and he claims to have made $5 million from this latest grift, but yet is begging for money for his court fees because he's being prosecuted currently with 140 years worth of charges. But whatever. He did buy a Lexus SUV. Wait. He bought a Lexus SUV. Who else had the perpetrator had a Lexus SUV. That's creepy, very creepy. Anyway, think about it, Lexus SUV. Who buys that? Like a 40-year-old Karen. But like, that's like somebody that decided they wanted to get something a little upscale from the Subaru Forester. So, whatever. Okay, I need to move on here. So, it's not like Aidan has ever wrote an article comparing himself to Jesus on Passover being nailed to the cross as a blogger. Anyway, there's that. That'd be really creepy. You know, actually, I think L. Ron Hubbard was probably more believable. I'm gonna go with space aliens at this point. Space alien spirits, by the way. Welcome to Florida. I'm getting attacked by gnats. Anyway, I'm gonna wrap this up. So, got the train coming again, trolley. Welcome to Ybor. I'm gonna let it pass because you won't be able to hear me. So let's take a look at the trolley again, folks. In Scientology. Beautiful building here in Tampa. Let's wrap it up. According to Scientology for Dummies, members of the cult have been caught going through the trash of former members to blackmail them. Cult of Turtleboy. What do? They do that with social media. They would dig through somebody's live trash if they could. Well, not live trash isn't live, but anyway. You know what? Here's the thing. Quick analogy, because I love to get off track here. Guys, if your girl, you know, you're dating her and she tells you that every one of her exes was abusive, was horrible to her, the only constant in that equation is actually her. Let's look at Aidan. He was my biggest fanboy until I decided to leave politics and move. Kate was his savior, the blog, until she said, dude, I'm moving on. Now he's got some sick, weird fetish about her panties. It's disgusting. He loved Leah, the girl whose videos he shares on X, photographs he shares on X. Now he calls her ugly, names and everything. That's not normal people. You don't love somebody, and then when they say, hey, I'm not into you, you destroy them. Normal people don't do that. People do, but not normal people. And Brett, that was his best buddy for years. They were on the show, sharing it all the time. It's a clear pattern, as with all cults. You can never leave. Anyway, Dummy states, Scientologists have also been accused of tampering with witnesses in court cases and even murder. I'm going to repeat that. Scientologists have been accused of tampering with witnesses in court cases and even murder. Scientologists state that their religion is genuine and that information about the movement has been distorted, sorry about that, and that they are being persecuted. There is very little difference between Turtleboy, the cult of Turtleboy, and Scientology. Although I'm going to say again, I think spirit space aliens inhabiting our bodies is probably more realistic than the nonsense Aidan's been putting out. Thank you.